Hey everyone, it's Raynash30, and today I've gone through the evolution of Luke Skywalker to recap all of his chronological appearances that are canon in the Skywalker Saga. So, without any delay, let's begin. We start with his first appearance in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where during Anakin's transformation into Darth Vader, Padme gives birth to their children, Luke and Leia. Wanting to keep the Sith and Empire from discovering them, they are split up, where Master Yoda instructs Obi-Wan that Luke should be with his family on Tatooine. As Obi-Wan delivers him to his aunt and uncle, they iconically look at the horizon and two suns, while Obi-Wan goes into exile to watch over Luke. Now 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, in the series Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke continues to be watched over every day by Obi-Wan, where he is seen helping out his uncle and using every chance he has to imitate flying a ship. Later, when an Inquisitor named Reva wants revenge on Darth Vader, she learns that Luke's his son and travels to Tatooine to kill him. As his aunt and uncle protect him, he runs believing Tusken Raiders are attacking and is chased by Reva. While she's unable to kill him, he's returned to his family and is later finally introduced to Obi-Wan.
Howdy. What do you need, kid?
We need a new belt for the speeder.
Certain somebody broke the last one.
Your uncle's a patient man.
I am not that patient.
Then 7 years later, in the animated series Star Wars Rebels, Maul locates Obi-Wan on Tatooine after a vengeful vendetta to kill his long-lost adversary. When Maul deduces that he's on Tatooine to protect someone, they each ignite their lightsabers to duel, where Obi-Wan swiftly defeats him. As Obi-Wan confirms to Maul that Luke is the chosen one, he later travels across the Dune Sea, where he watches across the horizon Luke running home.
Luke! Luke!
Appearing 2 years later in his debut in 1977's film Star Wars A New Hope, wanting to leave Tatooine, he's forced to stay by his uncle who fears he may become like his father. As he learns about Leia wanting Obi-Wan's help through R2-D2, when his aunt and uncle are killed, he decides to be trained by Obi-Wan to become a Jedi and meets Han Solo and Chewbacca. After rescuing Leia from the Death Star and watching Obi-Wan sacrifice himself, he joins the Battle of Yavin to assault the Death Star, where he lets the Force guide him, destroys it, and is later awarded a medal.
Stretch out with your feelings. You see? You can do it.
You know, I did feel something. I could almost see the remote.
That's good. You've taken your first step into a larger world.
Then on to the sequel film 3 years later, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. When he's ambushed by Wampa and later escapes, Obi-Wan instructs him to train with Yoda on Dagobah. While he's rescued by Han and later heals in a Bacta tank, as he's now a commander, he leads the rebels when the Empire attacks. After everyone escapes, Luke travels to Dagobah, where he meets Yoda and learns to focus his abilities with the Force. As he leaves when sensing that Han and Leia are in trouble, he engages Darth Vader in an intense battle where he loses his right hand and learns that he is his father.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me you killed him. No, I am your father. It's not true. Search your feelings, you know it's true. No!
Now 1 year after The Empire Strikes Back, in Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Luke saves Han from Jabba the Hutt, and then returns to Dagobah, where he learns that Yoda is dying, and Leia is his twin sister. After joining Han's strike team to destroy the new Death Star shield generator, believing there is good in Vader, he surrenders himself and meets the Emperor. Attempting to kill Sidious to protect the Alliance, he duels Vader, but refuses to turn to the dark side. After Luke is then attacked by lightning, and Vader throws Sidious down the reactor, he connects with his dying unmasked father, cremates his suit, and watches his spirit appear.
Take your father's place at my side.
Never.
I'll never turn to the dark side. You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Luke then appears in the animated short series, Star Wars Forces of Destiny, where the 2 episodes in which he appears are sequences that transpired in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. His first appearance focuses on training with Master Yoda, including backpacking through the forest on Dagobah. His final appearance focuses on teaming up with Leia and Ewoks to face a Gorax rampaging through the forest.
Concentrate, you must.
I was concentrating. For a moment, I could see a path through the trees.
And then?
And then well, I didn't want you to miss it.
Miss it? Miss the branch you did.
He then appears once again in another animated short series, Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, where every episode he appears in reimagines iconic scenes in the original trilogy. This includes training with a lightsaber, destroying the Death Star, facing walkers on Hoth, training under Master Yoda on Dagobah, battling Darth Vader in Cloud City where he loses his lightsaber, and battling Darth Vader again, but on the second Death Star.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, join me.
I'll never join you!
Now appearing 5 years after Return of the Jedi, in the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, after Grogu contacted a Jedi through the Force and was later captured, the Mandalorian with allies save him, but are cornered. Then with hope almost lost, Luke flies his X-Wing into the cruiser holding them, and travels the hallways to reach their location. Igniting his green lightsaber, he destroys all the Dark Troopers as Grogu connects with him through the monitors, and takes him to complete his Jedi training. Then a couple of weeks or months later in the Book of Boba Fett, Luke's first Jedi Academy is being assembled. After meditating with Grogu and telling him about Master Yoda, he backpacks with him the same way he did with Yoda, continues his forms with the lightsaber, and teaches him to not try, but do. Realizing he has a strong connection with the Mandalorian, unlike other Jedi Masters, he offers Grogu a choice, either give in to attachment to follow the Mandalorian, or become Luke's first student and turn into a great Jedi.
You've taught him well.
It's more like he's remembering than I'm actually teaching him anything.
Sometimes the student guides the master.
Sometimes I wonder if his heart is in it.
So much like your father.
What should I do about him?
Trust your instincts.
Luke then briefly appears 15 years later in Star Wars The Force Awakens, where after the Resistance fails to locate him to fight the First Order, R2 awakens to reveal the rest of the map to his location. As Rey, Chewbacca, and R2 travel to an island from the map, she hikes and finds a hooded figure at the top. As Luke turns around and takes off his hood, Rey gives out his lightsaber, to which the film ends with him questionably looking at her. Now a continuation from The Force Awakens, in Star Wars The Last Jedi, Luke takes the lightsaber, throws it away, and continues with his routine. While he's annoyed by Rey's persistence and refuses to train more Jedi, meeting R2 and seeing Leia's message convinces him to give her lessons. After refusing to teach more, out of fear that he failed his nephew, Yoda tells Luke to focus on the now instead of the horizon. As he then confronts Ren via a projection to buy the Resistance time to escape, Luke uses too much energy and dies while looking at the sunset.
The Resistance is dead! The war is over! And I will have killed the last Jedi!
Every word of what you just said was wrong. The rebellion is reborn today. The war is just beginning, and I will not be the last Jedi.
Then, in his final appearance in the saga, in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, Rey doesn't trust the evil inside her and follows Luke by isolating herself from everyone. When she throws her lightsaber, Luke's ghost catches it and reveals he was wrong to exile himself. After motivating her to continue as a Jedi, despite that she's Palpatine's granddaughter, he gives her Leia's lightsaber and his X-Wing to confront Sidious. Later, he's one of the Jedi voices heard when Rey looks for guidance, but is also there with Leia when she takes their name, Skywalker.
Rey, some things are stronger than blood. Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. If you don't face Palpatine, it will mean the end of the Jedi, and the war will be lost.
Now with the end of his evolution till he makes another appearance, comment down below which Luke Skywalker was your favorite. But make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next evolution.